Ninjas are figures that have always captivated us. Their stories can be fascinating and full of compelling lore that always has us coming back for more. So it makes sense that ninjas have infiltrated the pages of some of our favorite comics, including titles from big publishers like Marvel and DC. So today we're taking a closer look at some of the coolest sword-swinging kids on the block with our list of the top 10 superhero ninjas. And at number 10, Ronin. Created by Brian Michael Bendis and Joe Quesada, the name Ronin refers to the Japanese term for a masterless samurai. The Ronin alias was held by 4 different individuals over the years in the Marvel Universe: Maya Lopez, Clint Barton, Alexei Shostakov, and Eric Brooks, all of which have made Ronin their own unique version of the character. Although Lopez and Barton to this day are the most memorable variants. Lopez, previously known for being Echo, the kick-ass deaf superhero in the Daredevil comics, had the longest runtime with the character until she passed over the mantle to Barton, who at the time had briefly retired as Hawkeye. What's also pretty cool is that Ronin may be making a big screen MCU appearance in the near future. There's been photos leaked from the Avengers 4 set featuring Jeremy Renner wearing an outfit similar to Ronin's threads in the comics. Up next, number 9, Lady Shiva. Moving on to DC for this number, Lady Shiva is an assassin for hire, whose stories most memorably collide with Batman's as his sometimes ally, sometimes enemy. But when she first hit the comic scene, she appeared in Richard Dragon Kung Fu Fighter, with her debut appearance being in December of 1975 in issue 5. She hunted down Dragon, believing he was a spy responsible for her sister's death. It was later revealed that she had been misled in hopes of eliminating Dragon, but eventually the two work together and she takes up crime fighting, although abandons it after finding no purpose in it, instead choosing to wander and train. Later on down the line, she would help train Batman after Bane had broken his back, and when the New 52 rolled around, she kicks both Batman and Nightwing's butts, and reveals that she's a member of the League of Assassins, which she then later abandons in DC Rebirth. Up next, number 8, Death Ninja. Poor Death Ninja, all the dude ever really wanted to do was die. Cursed by the soulless man Ceteris, Death Ninja has eternal life. So how does one break this curse? By dying at the hands of the Spirit of Vengeance, aka Ghost Rider. After attempting to take on Ghost Rider, Death Ninja was defeated and left at the feet of a Lilin named Blackout. This would eventually lead to Death Ninja becoming a zombie. Can't ever catch a break, can he? Eventually though, he does end up getting eternal rest, thankfully. Up next, number 7, Miho. Miho may not be the first character to come to mind when you think of a traditional ninja, but damn, she definitely knows the moves, making her one of the deadliest individuals in Sin City's Old Town. Known for her stealth and ruthlessness, Miho knows her way around various weapons, and often has her foes killed before they're even aware of what's happening. While she does tackle bigger fish that threaten Old Town when we first meet her in Sin City, she's often considered the protector of the area, disposes of unruly customers. And fun fact, there's a whole lot of speculation that the character may be mute, since she never speaks a word. In our number 6 spot, Zen the Intergalactic Ninja. Jumping out of mainstream comics and into a comic that started off with an indie publisher, Zen the Intergalactic Ninja first appeared in 1987 under the Zen Comics imprint. Later in the 90s, it would be licensed to Archie Comics. So, who is Zen? He's a space alien ninja from the planet of Baltoon, where he was raised in a test tube as part of a genetic experiment. Scientists deemed the experiment a failure, and the young Zen was to be terminated. Except he was saved by a scientist on the project, and fired into space in a transport pod. Landing in the Om system, Zen met the master of Om, who trained him in their knowledge of martial arts, leading to his life as an adult as a mercenary. In addition to this, he also communicates in a really cool and unique way. He can talk in your head, allowing you to hear him as if he were speaking to you out loud. And when you speak back to him, he hears you through a combination of thought patterns and sound waves, and can generally hear more with his mind than a regular individual could possibly comprehend. In at number 5, Kurgaji. Kurgaji is a Marvel ninja assassin that is most well known for his work with the Hand, the organization that resurrected him. He has superhuman strength, resistance to injury, and his meditation is known to allow him to recover from mortal wounds. Created by Frank Miller, he first appeared in Daredevil 174 in 1981, and his past is super mysterious. All that's known of his past is that ninjas of ancient Japan feared him greatly. When resurrected by the Hand, he is ordered to go after ELEKTRA and kill her. The two have a pretty epic battle, and despite ELEKTRA seemingly killing him numerous times, he kept coming back. Eventually she decapitates him, and that does the trick. Speaking of, up next number 4, ELEKTRA. Another character created by Frank Miller, ELEKTRA is most well known for her involvement in Marvel's Daredevil stories. First appearing in 1981 in Daredevil 168, she's a highly trained assassin who becomes a love interest for the hero, but the two part ways due to her violent nature and her work as a mercenary. Aside from being a master assassin, ELEKTRA is a skilled martial artist and hand-to-hand combatant, and is even capable of low-level mind control and telepathic communication. Originally, Miller had intended that she only make one appearance in the Daredevil comics, but she became a frequent antagonist of the character, only to die in 1982 in issue 181. While she was resurrected, she was not to encounter Daredevil ever again, according to the narrative. But this wasn't the case. She was brought back as a supporting character in one of Wolverine's arcs in his solo comic, much to Miller's disdain. Up next at 3, Ninjak. Ninjak, aka Colin King, first appeared in 1993 in Bloodshot Volume 1 Issue 6, published by Valiant Comics, and soon he got his own series after a surge surge of popularity. King used to be a mercenary for hire turned M16 agent. While he has no superpowers, the character is a master of ninjutsu, and is capable of using any object as a weapon. Perhaps his greatest skill though is his intelligence. He can hack computers, is highly analytical and tactical, and according to his lore is the smartest man in the world. Essentially he's kinda like a ninja version of Batman, although that exists now. Eventually Acclaim Comics purchased Valiant, but that wasn't the end of Ninjak. Written by Kurt Busiek, his new version was critically acclaimed. The character got a new backstory, becoming a high school student who transformed into Ninjak after playing a video game of the same name. And at number 2, PSYLOKKE. Elizabeth Betsy Braddock was originally intended to be a supporting character in the stories of her twin brother, Captain Britain. It was in his solo title that she first debuted in 1976 as a precognitive and a telepath. It wasn't until 1986 though that she would become known as PSYLOKKE and join the X-Men. She had her mind placed in the body of a Japanese ninja known as Kwanon, whom she gained her martial arts skills and part of her personality from. She would later go on to develop telekinetic powers as well. Since then, she's become one of the most beloved female X-Men characters, and was even portrayed in the Fox X-Men films by Olivia Munn. And last but not least, in our number 1 spot, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Perhaps the most popular ninjas in pop culture history, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are anthropomorphic turtles, who are named after Italian Renaissance artists. 4 turtles were transformed by radioactive ooze and trained by a rat sensei, named Splinter, to fight against evil, all while living in the sewers and eating pizza in their downtime. The history behind the turtles is a pretty great one too. Back in 1984, Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird decided to self-publish a parody comic book, poking fun at 4 major comic series at the time: Marvel's Daredevil and New Mutants, Dave Sim's Cerebus, and Frank Miller's Ronin. This all came to be from a funny little sketch the two had crafted during a brainstorming session. And then the turtles were born. Alright, there we have it friends. Which of these ninjas is your favorite? Is there a comic book ninja you think that we should have included on this list? Let us know in those comments below. If you dug this video, please spread the love and hit that like button. And subscribe if you want to hang out with us some more. We've also got a ton of other nerdy videos just waiting for you to check them out on our playlist that's currently flashing on your screen. In the meantime though, thanks for watching everybody. I'll catch you all in the next one.